Take a deep breath. Let it out. Hi, everyone. I'm Soren Caster. And I'm tired. Right now, all I want to do is just rest, but I feel like I got too much on my mind. Or, if we're lacking that, more so I'm... What's the word? I've got too much to think about. Or my thoughts are just jumbled up and I want to have a reason to talk about them. Which I think we'll start doing more often. I like kind of putting together these words into actual thoughts. So, I guess this is something we'll be doing from now on. Not like I haven't been doing them, but I want to do them more frequently. So, I thought about giving it a name. How about a save point? Just a place to relax after a long day and kind of enjoy being in each other's company. Sound good? Well, I guess we'll see how that sticks. But for now, hello. My name is Soren Caster, and welcome to your first save point. I'm not gonna lie, I've been kind of stressed for a long time. Like, super stressed. Stressed to the point of, well, kind of staying up multiple nights. Unsure of what to do with myself. Just lying in bed. Thinking of, well, what kind of future could be waiting out there for me. To be honest, I'm still not entirely sure what the entire point was. But I still did it. Kind of just worrying, fretting over the future, the past, whatever I could worry about. And, you know, I don't know if it's productive, but sometimes I like thinking of those possibilities. Gives me a chance to unwind and just kind of examine what I've been through. Sometimes it's sad. Sometimes it's funny. Remembering all the good and bad times. But I don't know. I don't think it's a spoiler so much, but there's a part in one of my favorite games where characters are going back into the past to undo a bad future. There are characters who live in the present, that bad future, who have gone through so much. Some bad, some good, but all in all, they've survived. They've survived whatever bad things happened. And are just kind of living their lives. hurt, potentially damaged, but they continue on. And when asked what will become of them, the time travelers have nothing really to say. They don't know what will become of them, whether or not it will be rewritten a la Back to the Future or a split timeline. It's a small part of the game. Doesn't really amount to anything in the long run, but it's a part that always sticks with me. And I think that that's why whenever I think about if I regret anything or if I would redo my life, that kind of stuff kind of scares me sometimes. I think I've mentioned this before on stream, but one of the scariest things to me is a regular save point. Yeah, Dosai, hey. Are we doing Ray Zero shenanigans now? Ah. I just wanted to give these little free talks an actual name, kind of make them stand out. Because I feel like free talks from people like from corporations are not as free as you think. Like, you know, they're actually organized, or at the very least have marshmallows to fall back on. Not to say that those are, you know, less hard. It's just, I don't, you know? So usually whenever I talk, it's just me rambling, kind of emptying out my thoughts in front of you guys. So I thought, might as well give it a name. But welcome to Asai. How you doing? That's fair. Yeah, I just wanted to give a place for, you know, people to relax after a long day. Or just, you know, talk about anything. I was just kind of in the middle of talking about, what's the word? Not too bad? You? Me? I'm doing okay. I don't know, I've been kind of stressed. But I'm trying to get rid of that stress by doing these streams. Because weirdly enough, I feel pretty confident. Or, not confident. Well, maybe confident, but also comfortable. Just kind of talking to, not an empty void, but an empty void that'll listen? I don't know. I don't know what I'd call you guys. Like, sometimes you want to just talk to a friend, but other times you just want to talk and be listened to, you know? Not that you're selfish, just because sometimes you don't want someone's input, sometimes you don't want someone to be like, give you advice. You just want to be heard. Void's fair. We can go with Void. I feel weird, like, advertising these since they're kind of just ramblings, but I guess I'm in a few servers. Hold on. Oopsie. Where'd my thing go? Yeah, I was just kind of talking about one of my biggest, like, fears. And, well, I guess it's more of a nightmare since there's no real scenario in which this could happen. But, one of the things I'm most scared about is the idea of just waking up and then realizing that the last, let's say, 10 to 20 years of your life were all just a dream. Or maybe, like, going back into the past and getting stuck there and having to relive your entire life. I don't think I've actually ever seen a lot of media that has that premise, but that's always been one of the scariest nightmare scenarios I've ever been in or ever thought about. Some people would argue that isn't a bad thing, I guess. Yeah, I think a lot of people would jump at the opportunity to redo their lives. Clairvoyance, I guess. I watched like, I guess that's not really the premise of real life, but you know, it's around there. I don't know. I think I'm someone who, like, you know, let's be real. There's a lot that happens in, you know, people's lives, and a lot of people, you know, you get the fear though. You think you feel the same? I think it's more or less the idea of like, like whatever I'm going through, I always feel somewhat thankful for the present, you know? Can't be bothered to redo a 60-hour game save. Can't imagine the past decade or two of your life. Honestly. Like, it'd be really fun to get ahead of the game on certain things. Imagine being a VTuber in, like, 2012. That'd be so... I don't even know what people would think about that, you know? Sorry. But I think the idea of living at a time where, like, the things that I do pretty often wouldn't exist would be kind of weird. Ahead of your time? That's what, yeah. Like, you know, I would technically be one of the first VTubers if I did that. But then who would I watch? I would be the first VTuber, but that wouldn't be fun for me because VTubers don't exist yet. It's just kind of something I think about all the time. Like, sometimes I have a weird nightmare where I wake up and I'm like in 9th grade or something. And it's just like having to deal with high school all over again. All the weird kind of mind games that kids play with each other. It's a fun, interesting thought though, or scary, yeah. I guess it kind of depends. I would like to hear someone's perspective who would love to go back into the past and kind of redo their life. Oh god, high school. The, you know, the years of your life where they train you to pick what you want to do for the rest of your life, but, you know, you still gotta raise your hand to go to the bathroom. I don't know if I miss high school or not. Yo, Derpy, hey, welcome to your regular save point. That's what we're calling these now. You have words to describe high school. Can't say all of them are favorable. I'm right with you, Dasai. I'm kind of gonna be honest with you guys. When I was in high school, I kind of always thought that, once I was no longer in high school and out of it, and, in my 20s, I would feel bad about not being in, like, the quote-unquote prime of my life. We were watching funny animal videos. Wait, funny... Yeah, animal vids, and then animal vids. And you saw me stream. Oh, thank you for coming then, Jerby. By no means. Keep watching your animal videos if you want to. But I appreciate you coming. Yeah, sorry, what was I saying? I kind of just lost the train of thought. It's completely gone for me now. Oh god. Oh yeah. Sorry, thank you. Yeah, I thought that I would be really bummed out when I was no longer, like, typical anime video game protagonist age. And a little bit of me is, because I still kind of absorbed that media. And now I'm kind of expected to be relating to the older characters. Wait, what? High school probably shouldn't be the prime of your life. I know. High school's cringe. Hey, Blaze, hey. Oh, you thought you meant your 20s? Yeah, it probably should be. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I've done a lot. Well, okay. Let me ask you guys this. Do you guys feel like you were more confident in high school than you were or you are now? Like, and when I say confident, I mean, like, yeah, sure, you could be dumb, but at the very least, I don't know if you were confident in your actions. I don't know. When I think of high school Soren, I think of someone who, was a high school boy, kind of dumb. Definitely not. Okay, well. Oh man, maybe the fact that I consider high school my peak is concerning. Huh. Sorry, hold on. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I can talk about how I was in high school. If it's not too narcissistic. I mean, by all means, let me know how you guys acted in high school too. It'd be fun to compare. Let's see. Sword lore, let's go. I don't know if any of it's interesting. I was a theater kid, but I never actually participated in any plays. I was kind of more of a techie, or... Okay, well, I did participate in a lot of the exercises for drama class, and uh, well, I kind of took it more so to practice voice acting, and more than that, kind of, uh, I don't know. I remember saying some really cringe things in a lot of the practices, like pretending I was like a swordsman or a knight or a robot, and this is probably way beyond when pretending to be like that was a cool thing. I mm, I think the term for it is Chinibio, right? I found that out after I graduated, so whenever I see a character like that, I kind of cringe inside, but for more reasons than Chunies. Like, to some degree, I get it. Because I think I totally did the, like, this darkness that consumes me. Like, one of those speeches and on stage in front of everyone. Why'd I do that? But, we all probably had that phase. It's okay. My phase was really bad. Not on stage. Like, let's see. Like, there was a point in my life where, like, I remember various stages of high school where I would just try to emulate characters I liked. So I think when I first went into high school, I was... I'm pretty short. So I kind of grew up as... Hi, Derpy. Yo. Is that Piplup? That's indeed a Piplup. Let's see. When I was, when I first joined high school, I was kind of the baby of the bunch because I was short and really dumb, I guess. And I don't know, you like Shiny Piplup? Shiny Piplup's really good in terms of coloration. I enjoy it too. Yeah, I don't know. I think I would, to some degree, just like to... It's really embarrassing. I guess I kind of embrace that to some degree, Like, hey, I'm the small one, I might as well be small. They said I look good in really oversized sweaters and jackets, so I was just like, yeah, I'll wear those. I don't even remember how I sound in high school. Like, as a freshman. There's a bug. Hold on. There it is. Yeah, I think that was how I acted. Like, like they would always be talking about things that older kids would all... I hung out with a bunch of older kids, by the way. I didn't really have a lot of friends my age, so it was always like older people taking me in. So I just kind of accepted that. There's a bunch of people into anime too, so I don't even remember what anime they were into. I think they kept referring to me as someone who was really short and kind of had that cutesy thing going on, which I totally deny nowadays, but I guess back then I kind of... I don't know if I even played into it so much as they just thought I was it by definition. And then, like, later on, when I was just like, I don't want to be cute, I want to be taken seriously, I started acting more and more like, traditional... If this is cringeworthy, please let me know. Please, 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 please. But you know, I would try to be like the straight man to everyone, like the like 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 the dude who thought he was better, like better than everything. Not people specifically, but more like uh, you know, like Kyon, I guess, from Haruhi. I would try to be that type of character, that type of person. Like, I would get into really niche hobbies, confidence 100%. I'd like to think so, but it was probably just masking a lot of insecurities. Um, and then I think by senior year, all of that confidence just kind of um, collapsed under itself, and I was just a nervous wreck the entire time. And I don't know if that ever went away. uh, what about you guys? Like, any interesting stories, or you feel it? Like, high school over, what do now? It's a weird time. Like, I still don't actually think I know what I'm doing now, but I think at least back then I could justify it by being young, and now I'm like, what, in my mid 20s? Yeah, I don't know. Like, I think when I was younger, I was always someone secondary, right? Either under someone's wing or, um, the person learning, I guess. And once that stopped, I didn't know where to go from there, I guess. I don't know if this train of thought is actually leading me anywhere. You know, like I was a teacher's pet. I was, um, I was probably the youngest out of every group I was in. So whenever that was no longer the case, I didn't know what to do really. Um, yeah, that's who I was. Now I'm a bouncer. Weird, right? Yeah, that's kind of rough though. You can see it. I don't know if the fact that I still give off that energy is kind of a good or bad thing, but what about you guys? You guys have any stories about high school? Doesn't have to be like where you fit in. Wait, no, I'm joking, Dust. I know that's not what you meant. Yeah, I'm really interested in how you guys, if you were the quiet kid. I guess that's not really that. Like, yeah, okay. Like not to generalize VTubers in general. That's not where I wanted that sentence to go. But you know, I guess a lot of us are kind of introverts by design. Were you were you also a teacher's pet, Blaze? You're smart. Were you into anime? Sorry, I'm just remembering anime club in my school, and now it's uh not really? Huh. Well, hmm. Wait, not really smart? Or, like, not really into anime? I should probably learn how to actually phrase these questions in terms of the stream with added delay. I should probably actually pause a bit more. Something to note. Not really a teacher's pet. I see, I see. You know, that's probably for the best. Getting attached to teachers is weird because, you know, I think back then I used to think they were, you know, fountains of youth, or not youth, wisdom. Just a kid that sat in the corner of the room, you guess. I can relate to that. Like, just kind of sitting in the back, doodling in your sketchbook, kind of thinking about story ideas, maybe? I know that's what I did. Not that much ever came out of it, though. Yep. Mm-hmm. Did people ever, like, ask about your, like, the worlds you would create? Or, like, the pictures you drew? You know, more so than the typical, oh, can you draw me? It would always be, like, really difficult to actually explain, oh god, yes, all the time. Like, I appreciated it whenever people did that, but at the same time, it's like, I don't really know how interested you really are in this, right? Like, this is something in my head, and I'm not sure if it's actually, like, structured well at all. But, you know, I'll talk your ear off until you get tired and decide this isn't really your thing anymore. Man. I think the thing that I do miss about high school, though, is that I was kind of in an environment where I was forced to talk to people if I really needed to, I guess. And, you know, they'd all be my age. No stranger danger there. Well, maybe a little. And, I don't know, it's harder to make friends as an adult. I personally feel. Well, that's probably a good thing, though. Yeah. I I mean, it's not like I haven't made friends as an adult. It's just being forced to interact with people. Yeah, yeah. Like, it's not an entirely bad thing like I used to think it was. And when I think back on it now, I do kind of appreciate the people who would walk up to me and, you know, interact and have a conversation, even if they didn't need to. I just think, like, you know, you hear that it's harder to make friends as an adult all the time. You had the same group of friends for most of high school, so you didn't really have to branch out. It was a little rough entering uni that way. Oh, I can imagine. Because that's basically entering high school again, right? Having to make friends all over. I guess that's something we can talk about. Making friends. Um, yeah, more or less. Okay, let's see. Making friends VR though. I yeah, it is hard. But I feel like back then, okay, well, okay, this is a loaded topic. I don't know. It's something I don't really get to talk about, but I guess I guess it could be a fun topic to explore. When you guys consider not loaded, just a lot you can talk about. Oh, all right. Um, okay. Here goes. W- When do you guys consider yourself to be friends with someone? Like, do you wait for them to say, "Hey, yeah, they're my friend," or is it something that happens a bit more subtly? A heavy hitter to start off with, right? Because I think about the friends I had in the past, and I don't actually know when we actually became friends, you know? I'm sorry if this sounds like, um, uh, the socially awkward person kind of discussing things that are blatantly obvious. Interact with each other that your brain doesn't automatically sort them into the acquaintance category. That's a fine line, though. As an introvert, it's very hard. I can see that, though. Like, you just kind of hang out with them long enough that it feels natural. Sorry, just kind of thinking on past things. Yeah, just suddenly talking to them feels normal and you do it all the time. Hmm. I did have a friend that I don't really know what we talked about. Kind of has to be mutual though, and therein lies the eternal awkward dance, right? Like, are they my friend? Do they think of me as my friend? I don't know. What if I'm thinking too hard? What if I'm seeing things that aren't there? If you're the only one interacting, it feels like you're pushing, and then it's awkward, and then whoa, yeah, the brain worms. I had one friend in high school who, well, before they were my friend, they were just kind of the guy I would give money to, and um, well, okay, so I was kind of forget everything I said earlier. I was actually very socially awkward and anxious, so I had trouble like even paying for my own lunch. So I would send someone, I would like give money to someone and ask them, "Hey, can you get me so and so, please?" Which I let them have whatever was left because I didn't want to talk to other people, or let's say adults. I didn't really know how money worked. I don't know if this was high school. If it was, yeesh. Um, well, it was like a long line, and I didn't want to cause a fuss if I didn't count my money correctly, or if I didn't, or if I was like taking too long to pick out what I wanted. So I would just have this guy help me get my lunch every day, and we were kind of just whatever until I think I mentioned, or he mentioned, oh, I like anime or something like that, and I was just like, you should watch this one that I have the DVDs of right here because I carry them around me. And it was Gurren Lagann, and he was just like, I think that's stupid, when I told him what the premise was, and I was just like, well, watch it. Tell me what you think after. And then he watched it and liked it, and then we just kind of kept doing that over and over again. Like, I would give him something to try out, and he would give me something to try out. Think I gave him Persona 4, and we would just kind of talk about his journey as he went through it. And I guess that's how we became friends. Sounds like fun, yeah. It was. He's still around. I and yeah, that qualifies. I hope so. Like, we've been friends for so long now. I hope that we're friends. Yeah, I think these save points are more or less places for me to kind of just unload things. But please, if you guys have anything to unload, it would help a lot. We can talk through things. Is that parasocial? I don't really know anymore. I'm just desperately trying to, I don't know. You think the whole friend topic qualifies? Okay. I'm glad you think so. I'm trying to think of what else. Would it be weird to talk about people I've, like, interacted with on Twitch? Or, like, as a VTuber? They might watch this. Like, I don't want it to be awkward if they watch the archive or whatever and they're just like, oh, someone was talking about me. So that's how he really feels. Also, I think my mouth is making noises because I'm not hydrated. I should probably get water. I guess I won't be as specific. But, if you're comfortable with them watching later, I guess. Okay. Hydrate. That involves... okay, fine. And why not? Okay, real quick water break, and I guess let's talk about my streaming career so far, and the people I've met, and... I don't know, just reflect. It's a save point. I'll be right back. Yeah. Okay, I have water. Oh, let's just take a swig. Sorry. Who was it that I was watching who would just always make that noise? Was it Kuza? Why do I feel like I can hear him say that. Maybe I'm misremembering. Anyway. Hey guys, well, I'm back. Let's see. I was talking about... Oh shit, wait, yeah, I have been doing this for like 10 months now, I think. That's an achievement, right? Thank you. I guess, let's see. I guess I won't get into specifics of people in case they happen to watch this, but I don't know. I started streaming because, well, I needed something to do to keep me occupied. Like, last year and the year before weren't really the best years for the club, I guess you could say. Not a lot of people coming. So, standing outside just, you know, it was a weird time to get the gig. So when I started streaming, I just kind of thought it'd be a way for me to play games and at least have a reason for doing so, right? Like, feeling like I was kind of productive. In a weird sense. And the first game that I ever really streamed was 13 Sentinels, I think. Oh, man. That's fair. Like, I guess I didn't really go into it thinking I would want it to be my career or anything, but now I kind of do. I remember specifically I got into it after seeing a lot more of Nijisanji En, which at the time was only Lazulite, I think. Maybe Obsidia? I guess for this stream, we don't have to abide by the rule of not talking about other streamers, considering I'm literally doing that. But, you know, most people kind of know me by talking about... Most people know me about... Most people know me for talking about Nijisanji a lot. And that's mostly because they were my first real VTuber group that I would watch on the regular. JP. And then ID. And then EN eventually, but, you know. They're hydrating. I used to think I would never be into the whole streaming thing, but, you know, because I feel like the streaming culture has always been very hype-centric, and it's not really me, I guess. At least sometimes. But most of the time. But when I started watching more and more, like, people from Nichi Sanji and realizing, oh, these people just kind of talk sometimes. They just kind of speak what's on their mind, I'm sure within company guidelines, but, you know, it's a lot of free talks. And just kind of talking about their lives, and I like that. I like just listening to people talk about anything, really. Whatever catches their interest. So, I decided I might as well throw my hat into the ring. Oh. Those streams are fun, though, yeah. That's kind of the streams I like listening to. I think I mentioned this before, but, when I was part of a raid group for Final Fantasy, I would never really talk during the actual raid parts. I would just kind of reserve myself for the ending when, you know, everyone was getting ready to leave the call, and we were just hanging out talking about whatever. Because I like the idea of just having a slumber party with like 8 other people. You know, because the raids would go long into the night. And we would just talk about, you know, what we found interesting that day, what we were getting into. What was that? Yeah, post-raid chat. I think they would call it pillow talk, but I don't think that's the actual correct term for that. I have a feeling that that's something completely different. Highly dependent on the group you feel, yeah. Like, you know, there are definitely some people I probably wouldn't talk to if I had a chance. Maybe not in that group. They were kind of all chill. But, yeah, I just kind of like talking about whatever. So I guess that's why I decided to, yeah, pillow talk is probably a little different. Yeah, I guess I just kind of like talking, chatting, shooting the shit, as the kids like to say. Is that actually, is that how that works? I don't know. Shooting the shit is fun. That's a graphic image. I don't exactly know what image I'm getting when I think of that specifically. Okay. Let's get back on track. Yo, Beeford, hey! You're just in time to save. I'm just kind of talking about whatever's on my mind, really. You know, I've CSD does background. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Let's see. I guess I've met a lot of people. Is it dust? I don't know. I just kind of got a picture of something, and then I mean, what do you? I mean, I mean, I'm actually here, guys. What do you mean? I'm actually in an alley. Whether or not it is an alleyway in a city or in some sort of Italian venue, who can say? It's all blue because it's night. Yeah, sorry. Anyway, back on track. I don't know, something. Sorry, I'm being kind of. Like, I've been doing this for 10 months now, and I love doing my streams, but I don't know. Sometimes I think about how many people I've met who are like really nice and cool and um friendly, and I'm just like, I probably met more people I would want to be friends with in the last 10 months than like in the last 10 years, maybe. I I don't know. Like, I didn't go into VTubing thinking I would want to socialize with the greater VTuber sphere, but that's a good thing. Yeah, I think it's a good thing too. I don't really know what I'm saying. I just. It's nice to meet cool people, and I've met a lot over the last few months, and I don't. Like, is it this easy? Has it always been this easy? Uh, like meeting people on the internet via chance encounters. It's such a rare occurrence, right? That any two people would intersect paths. That's something I think about all the time. Whenever I meet someone new or someone friendly. I guess that applies to the real world too, but um, one of the most influential moments of my life was waiting in an MMO when I was a kid at a crosswalk, cross paths, an intersection. We were waiting for an NPC to spawn, and I met people during that, and people who had been very influential in my life for years after that. And I think that's how I always imagine meeting people. Not through text or videos on the internet, but at a physical place. An intersecting path in the middle of a field. I've always kind of been super into like RPGs and games like that. So, am I high? I'm probably sleep deprived. I'm just kind of letting loose, just saying whatever I want. I don't need a reason. But yeah, MMOs are cool like that. Oh, yeah. Like, I don't necessarily mean straight up MMOs. I just mean, like, that's how I always picture meeting someone online. Two wandering souls that just happen to intersect. You know, truth be told, I probably talked to more people doing this than playing Final Fantasy, which is weird because Final Fantasy is an actual MMO, but I feel like I probably talked maybe once or twice in the last couple of months in public chat. The crowd is pretty quiet for the most part, yeah. I mean, you know, if I wanted to actually talk to people, I'd go to Balmung. Peep it in from work, but to be honest, so true, Bessie. Oh, hi, Rua. Balmung. I like going there sometimes. Seeing people roleplay is actually kind of cool. Well, depends on the roleplay, but thank you for the follow, Rua. You love my model, thank you. A very good friend of mine, Kite Quaro, is responsible for it. They recently had their 2.0. No, you don't have to. You don't have to forget to follow. Like, you don't have to remember to follow. Perfectly fine. I thank you. Thank you regardless. That's so cool. They're so cool. Maybe they'll stream one of these days. Maybe they'll finish Xenoblade. They've been busy. I just like giving them a hard time. But yeah. Like, okay, I'll mention one person because they were here for this. Most of you guys were here for this, but and it kind of led to me meeting literally the entire Z family apparently. But yeah, remember, like I had that one Smash stream before, where I just kind of put my stream, the link to my stream in the Smash lobby room title, and you know, out of nowhere, Doran showed up, and you know, seemed pretty cool, and that was also kind of wrecking everyone, and was also in the chat, and just so happened to be like, "Hey, you're a fellow VTuber." Yeah, you guys remember that, yeah. And it's like, I didn't really put that out there to meet other VTubers, I just kind of put that out there hoping that someone would get curious enough to look. And, you know, I think I'm fine saying this on record, Doran's a pretty cool guy. And you know, that's, you know, and then I was introduced to literally everyone else from you know, his chat, and I don't know, it's the whole, I swear I'm probably slipping back into my Chuny days. I need to drink water, hold on. But whenever I like stumble into a group of people who have known each other for a long time, I think back to, meeting someone in an MMO. Like, I imagine coming across an already established guild, or like a band of adventurers that just so happen to cross my path while I'm out in the wilderness. You yesterday, to be honest. What happened yesterday? Am I forgetting? Oh, was that... Oh, very friendly neighbors in the new Ishgard board. Oh, you got into Ishgard. I see. It's... what is it called? That place is really pretty. Did you say hi to Emmerich for me? Your FC did, but lines up with what you said, yeah. Like, just running into random people who are friendly enough and... You did? Okay, thank you. I guess that's how I always envision basically everything in my life, really, through the eyes of a adventure in an RPG. There was one time in PE where we had an exercise where, you know how you usually run laps in PE? For this time, we just, we had to run to various parts of the field and collect things. And we could go in any order, and of course, because of that, people would go in pairs or groups so that they can talk with other people along the way. And I always thought of that as like... Okay, this is really silly, but I thought of that as like the most adventurous thing I ever did at the time. Of like me and my band, my party, traversing the land to retrieve artifacts from 4 corners of the world. Like, I don't know, I was a kid. Let me turn down the volume. Talking to people? Yeah, honestly. I was braver when I was younger. It made PE fun, yeah. Like, just kind of talking about whatever. I would always be the person who would ask, like, what would be our party makeup if we were in a, in a role-playing game. I think I always wanted to be more of a mage, but somewhere down the line I got more into, tank. God damn it, Feefrit. Where were you in high school? Where was I? You wanted to be a healer? Sure. There was a good period of time where I wanted to be a healer, but then I realized whenever I healed in video games, I was always really bad at it. So, and eventually I wanted to become more of like a spellcaster, like a mage, right? Sorry, I can hear the mouth noises. But then I think I just realized swords were really cool. So, well, I'll tell you what happened. What mouth noises? You don't think the mic is picking it up? Okay. Well, that's good. That means my filters are working. Play any game with you and you'll get your logistics sorted or die trying. I mean, you can handle those. I just want to do cool things. Which is eventually where I kind of ended up in terms of that. Where, like, I would want to be a mage. But sword fighting was also really cool. So, I think that's where my whole red mage thing came into play. Specifically, whenever someone uses, like, a martial weapon and magic, but not when they are good at both. I like it when, like, one side balances the other or makes up for their weaknesses, you know? Oh my god, where were we going on this train? What were we talking about? Pretty much RDM, right? I've I've talked about Red Mage so much on this channel. I just really like Red Mages. Magic infused sword fighting. Sorry. Yeah, well, yeah. I like the idea of, like, someone just going out there into the wilderness alone and managing, you know, living off the land or living off of, the living off of the generosity of others. Traveling the world. Sorry, what were we even talking about? How about this? What about I ask you guys something? Let's take turns. I think we tried this before. I don't know if it ever got anywhere. But let's ask questions. I think that's how people get to know each other, right? Asking each other random questions. Let's see. Yeah, you remember this. Consider it a throwback. Hmm. Let's see. What's a scene from a movie that always scared you as a kid? I'm not answering this one. I'm asking you guys. I mean, I could answer it, but you're gonna have to ask. Oh god. Oh no. Have I awoken some lingering memories? Click. Oh no. Do I even have to ask which part? According to your parents, you were terrified of finding Nemo's diver when you were a baby. The TV. Hold on, sorry. I'm like... I need to scroll down. The diver was kind of scary until, like, he took off his helmet and it was a dude. Also, yes, outside that TV remote is terrifying. I feel like you two live the same life from, like, the little we've talked about. Oh god, we've hit the ring. Why'd you have to bring that one up? That's a horrifying one. man. These are all varying levels of like horrifying. I think the part in oh, sorry. I think the part in Nemo that scared me the most was probably the idea of like being a fish and getting flushed. Like, I think a part of my brain just does not like unclean things. So when I saw that tank all moldy, I was not moldy. Yeah, the flushing scene where like the diver's like carrying Nemo and then like walking towards the toilet and then immediately turns to like what is it, the trash can. I think even as a kid, I was messed up by the idea of a father witnessing what they assumed to be their dead son. Oh wait, no, the beginning of that movie's fucked up. I forgot. Oh my god. For those of you who don't remember, the start of Nemo ends with let's say kind of around the hundreds, in the hundreds of like fish eggs getting eaten. That was a wake-up call. Was it hundreds? Let's say dozens. Yeah. It's Marlin and his wife. The mother took it and ran. I didn't watch Nemo 2, so I guess you could be right. What was the mother's name? It was also a fish, I think. I mean, she was a fish. You know, let's look that up real fast. Marlin's wife? Coral. No, it was not a fish. Yeah, that was a really hard thing to watch when I was a kid. Because he was like holding the last egg that was left over after the barracuda ate everything. And that was Nemo. Ah. P. Sherman 42 Wallaby Way. P. Sherman. Did you guys ever get that as kids? P. Sherman? You know, maybe I'll hold back on that. Considering my current audience, I think most of you guys know. Oh, Blaze. Oh no. You're actually fine with that part. Played a lot of Fishing Frenzy. I played that game too. I don't know if we played it in school because that was like an educational game. No, it wasn't. But oh, they didn't know that. Okay. Yeah, it totally wasn't. I think it's because of that game that made me get... Okay, so as a kid, I didn't like eating. This is a weird thing about me. I did not like eating as a kid. I thought it was like a waste of time. So, they made me play Feeding Frenzy. Because they were just like, see? If you eat more, you get bigger. And stronger. And you can eat other things. And I was just like, okay. That sounds good. I want to get stronger. I want to get bigger. Well, about that. Yeah, real quick. It was called, the place in Finding Nemo was called P. Sherman. Because, you know, it sounds like fisherman said in a very specific accent. Because, a lot of the staff of Pixar at the time for the production of Finding Nemo was, Filipino, I think. I don't remember why I know this. I haven't consumed humans. That's a bad joke. Yeah, probably not. Yeah, probably not in taste. Never mind. Alright. I will pass the baton on to you, friends. You people. I don't know for friends. Yeah, that's definitely how you say fisherman in a thick Filipino accent. Yeah, I had some friends who were... Wait, did you just try it? I had some friends who were very quick to inform me about that. You can't believe you never noticed. Please. You fake Filipino. No, it's fine. It's fine. What the heck is a fake Filipino? Isn't it like there are two types of Filipinos? Those who are like are super into the whole I guess being Filipino thing, and then there's the others who are just like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like Dasai, this like I've known about this before Alira's stream. Before her stream just devolved into Filipino on Filipino violence. Yeah, you're the least Filipino person I'll ever meet. I don't know, we have that Jollibee stream. I did come out of that knowing more Tagalog than I did going in, I guess. Oh no, Feefred, I've activated him. There was a Jollibee stream. For more Jollibee... For more Jollibee related content, might I recommend Blaze Works. No, Dasai. Stop. Okay, before this gets out of hand, I pass the baton on to you, friends. I will answer all questions, no matter how invasive. Big Rip, you'll need to find the VOD if it exists. My related videos is all, like... Ah, shit. My related videos are all, like, Donkey Kong Country now. Give us more Jollibee. There's no Jollibee on this chat. This save point. Blaze is laughing at what destruction she's wrought. How like a fire mage. But yeah, I'll answer any questions you guys have. So apparently talking about myself is my one sole strength in these talking streams. Apparently. And I'm out of water again. Not talking about Nijizanji, who am I? Turtle. If I told you you just missed the Nijizanji talk, would you be disappointed in me? Blaze, I swear to God. Who's my favorite Tumblr sexy man? Oh boy. Let's see. I did watch the Lorax. The Onceler's okay. He's okay. He has some good songs. They're dumb, but they're catchy. That's all you need. He's okay. What else? I never got into any of the Super Hulak stuff. Very catchy. You're always on the bus, Turtle. But I appreciate you regardless. Yes, please survive. Please don't let your phone die. That's bad. I've been on a bus with a dead phone. It's not fun. Let's see. You live on the bus. Touch some grass, Zoran. I've touched grass recently. Thanks for coming, Turtle. I played Undertale. I like Sans. I never fought him because I'm not a monster. He's okay. Komaeda? He's alright. I feel like the internet's ruined that character for me. He's okay. He's also Bryce Babenberg, I think. Who's the one I'm missing? Squidward, he's fine. I feel like I relate more to him than anyone else. Sorry. Anyway. I, you know, now that you say it, I guess Squidward. The Bill Cipher stuff was weird. Like, as someone who's... I don't know. There are a lot of good videos about Tumblr culture. And how they would literally make up people to ship with other people. Or in the case of the Onceler, ship him with himself. Over and over again. I think there's a really good Sarah Z video about that. If you guys, I can get the link. Yeah, it was a lot of people. Oh wait, Raymond from Animal Crossing is totally still a Tumblr sexy man, despite Tumblr being dead by the time that game came out. Whoops. I hear he's in boxes. All right, here, let me like this video. It's a good video. All right, we're moving on. Twitter sexy man. You're looking up Tumblr and you're confused. Is Tumblr like VFrit? Oh no. Oh no, not you. Who does? I don't even know to explain Tumblr. It's there's a lot of videos about Tumblr culture. You should probably look them up because it's like a weird subculture that doesn't really exist anymore. A sexy man, a dating app. It's a bunch. It was a site, and I say was because it's a while. It's been a while. It was a site that was kind of used a lot by teenagers, let's say. Social media site, teenagers, and I guess. Oh, this is such a heavy burden. Yeah, it was popular among teenagers and a lot of people finding themselves, really. Take, yeah, it was the TikTok, I would say, sure. Actually, that was Vine. Am I outing myself? Am I doxing myself? Anyway. Kind of miss Tumblr sometimes. When I joined Tumblr, it was... I guess I was pretty late. I guess when I joined it, it was already the downfall of Tumblr. But my friends were on it, and I was just like, okay, I'll create something to go along with you guys. Tumblr was cool, but you don't know about sexy man culture. Explaining sexy man culture is probably a whole different thing. You just browsed anime pics on there. That's a legitimate form of Tumblr use. Hold on. Let me get more close. You can Google sexy man. I mean, Google was a sexy man at one point. There was that one comic. Anthropomorphized Gijinkas. Yeah, wasn't that a big thing on Tumblr? Of like, wait, what? Yeah. Yes, it is entirely like that. That was a big thing on Tumblr. Making human versions of, yes. Of basically everything. You can find out a lot about Tumblr culture through that because the most popular characters were always like tall, skinny dude in glasses. Which, let me tell you, that's all. That's like that. That was like the default attractive man on Tumblr. I don't know why. Like tall, slightly awkward dudes with or without glasses is kind of depended. Though, like, why glasses? I mean, you know, people like glasses. I like I never really participated in a lot of Twitter. I think I just kind of memed. Tumblr, not Twitter. I meme on Twitter all the time. You're gonna draw yourself in glasses? Going for that Tumblr audience, huh, V for it? I don't even know what that means in this day and age. You're desperate. Watch the Lorax. That's what you gotta aim for. What was it? It was like dorky yet troubled was kind of the like the two descriptive words that people use. I unfortunately know a lot about Tumblr. Unfortunately, you know, I think that's the other thing though. I feel like most people who are on Tumblr don't regard their time at Tumblr like fondly, at least publicly. I don't really know why. But I feel like that's most social media sites. What was I talking about? What was there an actual question here? I don't remember. Guys, I'm still awake. I can talk for longer. Well, I guess that was a question, though. Alright, I can ask something now. According to the rules of this game I just made up now. I already asked your favorite Tumblr sexy man, apparently. That was the question? Okay. I guess I'll default to Sans. Because I like Sans. But, like, like, he's a pretty funny guy type of way. You can't draw anymore. Glasses are hard. The fact that Undertale's, like, 2015 boggles the mind for me. I don't know how I feel about that game being old. I mean, it's been old, but it's so weird. Alright. Can't believe it either. Like, that game made people's careers. I can literally say it made people's careers. Like, I'm not even just talking about Toby Fox. I mean, people who like benefited from making Undertale content. It's insane. Anyway, let's see. My turn to ask you guys something. Hmm. Hmm. Give me a second. I need to put all my brain power into this question. Okay, what about this? When I was younger, I would always like to pretend my voice was someone else's, like to the point where I would try to sound like someone, right? Like, I very specifically I very specifically remember the voice of Robin from Teen Titans, or Lloyd Irving, whichever one you guys associate him with. Um, why can't I remember his name right now? I just type in Rob voice. Scott Menville. I remember Scott Menville's voice was always a voice I wish I sounded like. Because he had like a kind of high voice, but it was still cool. Like he made it cool. And also, you know, I played Symphonia. I was a fan of Teen Titans. I guess the other voice that would come close to that would be like Yuri Lowenthal, but I feel like I never could get those inflectuations right. But was there a voice that you guys would try to emulate in order to sound like him? Or even if not that, just like a voice that a voice actor or an actor that you guys would like to have as your own voice? If there was like ever a movie you tried to sound like Dante from Devil May Cry, became Beats dead. That's Dante has a cool voice. Ken Masters, like a good everyman voice. Lots of you Taite you wanted to sing like. I forget. You Taite means like English singers, right? Or is that Utaite? Sorry, I get that mixed up all the time. Can't say you have. You're a consumer for the most part. Okay. Okay, Dasai. Is there anyone that you would have, like, if someone were to play you like in a movie, you thought it was YouTuber Taite? Oh, that would make sense. I I can't name any off the top of my head. Taite. Um, no, I can't name him. Um, Beaver, your V is pretty good though, I will say. What was the Taite's I know? I don't know, like, I feel like I'm getting mixed up with like the English side of things and the Japanese side of things. Because I know that each side is kind of their own thing. A lot of you Taites are VTubers. Say that much. Or have become VTubers. If you know, you know. It's almost like those circles are a single circle. Oh no, we've summoned Ruan. Who are your favorite Utaites, Rua? I feel like this is just kind of like a... Yeah, dude, the Venn diagram just gets smaller and smaller. You wanted to be a Utaite, but here you are, a VTuber. Nothing wrong with that. Pretty sure a lot of Utaites want to be VTubers. You also wanted to look so bad during the Telmer Sexy Man segment, but you were being eyed by people at work. What are you talking about? That seems like the perfect time to have a discussion about the sexiest men of Tumblr. Yo, Sam, you procrastinated so hard on being a Utaite that you skipped that step and became a VTuber. I feel like this is just networking at this point. Shoes, rib, Hansen Taiso? Ah, okay, okay, I see. That's the difference. Thank you, Ro. Oh, oh, that's how I pictured it as well. Kids don't think about networking. Remember, you're right. You're right. Networking is the wrong word. You're doxing your age right now. Nothing wrong with that, Rua. Like, I'm just looking at these names and I don't recognize any of them because... I don't know, that's the thing about me and music. I never really, like, paid super attention to the people behind them. Like, my favorite is, yeah, that's the thing, I don't know. Yeah, because, I feel like whenever I pick a song that I like, yeah, if I can't read Japanese, it might be harder to keep track, yeah. Apparently, I'm also really bad at keeping up with, like, names in general. I don't know if I want to even say this. This is kind of awkward. I think I can say it. You just realized your bro is each side. What? Your bro? Like your brother? Wait, really? Are you kidding? Who? If you don't mind. He used to sing in a group? Okay, maybe don't say it. That might I don't want to out you. I don't want to out you, P friend. But yeah, I'm really bad at keeping track of like people who well, I guess I also don't really know the difference between like where the Utaite starts and the like is there a difference between just like a producer, I guess? Like I listen to a lot of Eve. Are they Utaite? I'm really bad at this, guys. Yeah, you would say so. Okay, okay. Yeah, I'm more of a producer now than you, Taite. Okay, okay. Like, but also impeccable taste. We love you in this house. Thank you, bro. I've been wanting to do a cover of one of their songs for a long time, but not knowing Japanese kind of it makes me have to like kind of think about getting getting around that, let's say. Um which I get. I don't know if I want to even say this. This is really awkward. um okay. Takes practice to get the pronunciation down, you think? Don't worry too much about it. Duolingo stream soon. That's not a bad idea. You're still scuffed too? I feel like I could have been learning all this time, but it's, you know, one of those things where, like, saying you wanted to learn Japanese in school would, sorry. Let's say not raise the most well-educated of opinions. Like, you just wanna do that because you like anime. Yeah, so what? Yeah? What about it? What if I do, huh? What if I want a field? What if that's where I want my potential fields to be in? Like, what if there are doors that only I could open if I knew Japanese from the get-go? What if you mocking me about it is actively closing those doors and those potential futures where I'm successful? Huh? Ever think of that? John? I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter. They know who they are. But yeah, a Duolingo stream would be kind of interesting. Okay, I think I can say this. I think it's not really, it doesn't really identify. It never went public, I think. But a bunch of friends of mine would they would occasionally like sing things together, and one time, you know, sing things and make videos of them, let's say. And one time they invited me to join in because, you know, I was kind of the new person to the group and they wanted to hear me sing. And but you know, they would sing Japanese songs and I would not, because I never sang, and also I don't speak Japanese. uh, and so, you know, they, sorry, I'm like, my mind's all over the place right now. And they would be like, well, that's fine. If we can find an English song for us to sing together. And I was just like, yeah, sure. What are we singing? So they gave me a song that was in English, and, you know, I liked it. I really liked it. But I was, you know, I don't really, I'm never, like I listen to songs, I don't know where they're from, I don't know who makes them, I just kind of listen to whatever. But I like the lyrics of this one, and I was just like, okay, I get what this is about. Um, or I'm just looking at it now, I'm just like, yeah, I totally still have this cover that I did of this song in my hard drive. And let's just say I think I know who the producer is now. Did you guys know that the P in a lot of people's names stands for producer? I didn't know that. Um, yeah, it sure does. You found that out only recently. Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too. Yeah, that was a thing. You didn't know. Yeah. That's probably all I'll say. Oh, I did another cover of another song. I just don't remember what it was called. The few times I've interacted with like Utaites, well, Utaites, so YouTube, so it's all been a lot of like English speaking people, I guess. um, a couple of friends who were in the scene, I guess. Um, I guess I can't really name names, but a lot of friends who were in the scene would hang out with names I would see pretty often, but like not really know anything about them because I wasn't in the scene myself. It's kind of weird in hindsight. um, sorry, what am I talking about? Where am I? Anyway, I don't know anything about Utaites. I'm sorry. What were we talking about? Um, yeah, but yes, I guess Eve. Um, who are the two people who made the new Pokemon song? The new Pokemon opening? 1, 2, 3? This is how far behind I am in terms of culture, guys. Hmm. Yeah, yes, Soramafu, there you go. Soraru and Mafu Mafu. Soraru still sings Izabi Tuber now. I've seen him collab pretty often with a lot of Nichi Sanjis, actually. Yeah, Mafu Mafu is indeed around. I do see him fairly often. He also collabs with a lot of Nichi Sanjis. Um... Is it my turn to ask you guys a question then? I don't know how much longer I want to keep going with this. I feel like I'm not only denying myself some sleep, but like if you guys are tired, please go to bed, okay? Like I don't want to get in the way of your sleeping time. I'm just kind of doing this because it was fun. Yeah, right? That's it's weird how like stuff like that happens. Like you're just like, okay. So sorry, I just found this out recently. One of my favorite songs, like since forever, was that one like not quite Mega Man song, but basically Wily's theme, I think. Okusenman. Um, I think from what I've learned from like a video about that song, this one, is that the singer went on to was it? Hold on, I need to double check this now. No way. Is it actually? Yeah. Wait. What's a cover? Oh, one of the earliest Utaijis. Gomu. Um, they covered it, or this was them. I don't know. I didn't actually go super into the research. It was a video I watched. But yeah, apparently they're part of the group Honeyworks, which is also a group that I probably should know more about because a lot of people around me really liked Honeyworks, and I just never. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm just exposing how not cultured I am. Um, let's ask a question. How are you guys tonight? Are you guys okay? Everything good? Are you all doing okay? Are you all fine? Sorry, I've reached the part of the stream where I'm just kind of saying things out of nowhere. Um, hmm. You guys like VTubers? How's the weather been where you guys are at? What did you say? No. What's a VTuber? Is that even a question? A little bit of self-hatred, kind of. A little bit of self-hatred, just like a smidgen, just to keep you on your toes. It's okay. Self-loathing. Oh, it's the morning now. Who's everyone's Oshi? Oshi? Oshi. That's the word. I don't think I've ever actually asked. Like, there's a difference between asking who do you watch and who do you pledge allegiance to. Ooh, Miss Picora. Usada Picora. Picora's a popular. Picora. I mean, Picora's obviously popular. Like, I feel like I'm always surprised whenever someone says her because it's just like not a bad thing. Just like I actually don't know a lot about Picora. I watched her a lot earlier, but I don't know. I think I gravitated towards. Who did I gravitate towards? Marine. That's who I gravitated. And I. Blaze, why are you stuttering? Why are you hesitating? Be proud. Oh no. Sorry, I'm catching up. Oh, Ina's nice. What if, who? Oh no. Um, I really like Ina. Her drawing streams are really relaxing. Of course, Pomu and Alira. Pomu and Alira are pretty. Pomu's my favorite. Alira's. I really like Alira too, though. A local Hachama. I feel like I've seen people call her Hachama so many times I don't actually remember her actual name. Akayato. Right. Hide your Kanai voice packs. Why are you hiding them, Blaze? Be proud. Icky? Who's Icky? What's happening here? The more you watch Pomu, the more you admire her. You want your streaming style to be like hers. She's really good at like creative streams of just kind of doing something randomly and like sticking to it. Like I feel like whenever I see one of her stream ideas like written down in her tweets, I'm always like, speculative, like speculative? No. Words, dictionaries. I'm always like eyeing them, like, all right, how's that gonna work? And then I watch it, and I'm just like, oh, she knew what she was doing from the onset. Okay. Only spontaneous outbursts are a highlight too. I think that's what I want to get better at. Like, just get better at getting angry on stream, or happy, but angry. Angry's fun. Oh, something else, yeah. Big same. Because I do a lot of these free talks because I don't feel like I'm comfortable like shouting out loud all of a sudden, or like being so full of energy all the time. I like the idea of me being pretty chill, just kind of talking to random people, and people coming to see that and being okay with it. I've had trouble being upset on stream for a while. Big same. Like it's a weird thing to say that that's what gets views, but people like seeing people like reactions. I think our I think I think I'm going to need to get this across with our resident Kanai expert. But one of the things I remember of Kanai is that he doesn't like playing horror games, not because he doesn't like them. I mean, I don't know if he likes them or not, but because he is someone who doesn't react when he's scared most of the time. So, if something scary happens, he just doesn't say anything, right? And I think for the longest time, I thought I was the same way, where I could just play something and just not react. Yep. Thank you, Blaze. I knew you had my back. Thank you for the confirmation. But yeah. Like, he did an entire horror game stream without saying a single word. Okay, I didn't know that, actually. Like, yeah, for real, what a mad lad. Kanai's kind of built like that, though. He's, wasn't his first stream like an 8-hour Apex stream? He was resting his voice. That's so smart. Making content out of something like that. I really appreciate that. A 9-hour PUBG stream, you're right. Apex wasn't a thing. Or maybe it was, but not as big as it is now. Jesus. Like, I know that Albio also kind of deals with horror in the same way, except he kind of plays it off more like, like I just don't want to scare you guys because I'm playing a scary game. I'm gonna get you guys through this game, but I'm not gonna react, because if I get scared, you guys get scared. I'll play just one more game. That's how it works. I do remember that now. I think when I heard about that stream, I went back to watch it, and I was just like, who is this man? Little did I know, he was the man. Or, one of two men. One of two guys, two mans of Neji Sanji. I don't know if I can say that anymore. I feel like with Luxium, it's competition now for the title of Neji Sanji Man. Turtle's right, I do talk about Neji Sanji a lot. I'm not even affiliated. What if they saw this? Neji Sanji 6. Shit. Oh, okay, I'm alive. Ask Kite to rig some glasses. Kite has glasses, I think. Oh, like for them, they have glasses. Oh, for me. I don't know if I look good in glasses. I'm more of a bandage guy. They protect me in a fight. And also from scratches against bumping into desk or furniture, and falling and tripping. And I actually stubbed my toe recently. I think I mentioned this. Stubbed it 3 more times after that stream. So maybe I should probably bandage my feet. It's probably a good idea, right? Wait, no, never mind. I feel like I suddenly remembered something I was taught about in school. That might be a bad idea. I'll talk for a bit longer, then I'll end it. This is way too fun. It is like a sleepover. Did I tell you guys about my recent fascination with, Disney Sea? I found out Disney Sea existed. Tokyo Disney Sea. Disney Sea. I no longer want to go to Disneyland. I feel like I have a way more optimal destination for me now. Disney Sea is like, wait, why? Disney Sea looks more like a Disneyland that's focused solely on adventure. And if you know me, adventure, appealing to my sense of adventure is all you need to get me on board with something. Would like to go to Disney Sea one day. It looks so nice. I really like the, like, aquatic, more, like, you know, the seaside aesthetic. It's called Disney Sea. I just found out it existed like a week ago, or a couple of weeks ago, and I want to go there. To the point where I've like watched several videos of people with cameras just walking around with it, walking around the place. Let's get closer. All right, group field trip. Let's go. I would actually kind of love that. If you like, just going to a amusement park with a bunch of friends, that'd be really nice, actually. Like, okay, there's like a really good video. Let me get it real fast. I'm not one for ASMR, but it's a video of someone walking around Disney Sea. And it is, I don't know what it is about the audio in this one, but it's amazing. And sometimes I just put it on, close my eyes, and go to bed. Oh, where is it? Oh no. It's like a 2-hour video. It's not it. Me on 20 minutes. Is this the video? Yeah, this is it. Alright. If you guys have the time, well, maybe not now, obviously. I'm not going to keep you here for 20 minutes as we walk around Disney Sea. But, you know, just give this a listen to. Put your headphones on. Kind of let yourself drift away to Tokyo, I guess. When I was younger, I used to walk I used to walk around the campus, like high school. Just kind of walk around, let my thoughts drift away, kind of picture myself, or picture story ideas, let scenarios play out in my head. People thought I was listening, because I was listening to music at the time. I don't remember what music. It was mostly video game music. But I think a couple of kids were like, "Oh, you're listening to music. We thought you were listening to Bible verses or something." I don't know why they thought that, but the peaceful Soren life. I don't know, Dasai. That's so specific. It was really weird. Like, Bible audio. That would be a long audiobook. God damn it. Yeah. So I would just walk around listening to music, thinking about stories that I'd have in my head for a long time. you know, developing plots, developing characters. And that was basically how I spent a lot of my recesses. My recesses as a kid. Some Bible website apps can read the Bible out loud. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure there actually is like an audiobook for the Bible. Though I think they would call them sermons. But yeah, I guess Bible ASMR win. I don't even know how to respond to that, VFrit. I honestly don't know what to say about that. I mean, I don't. Eh. Yo, General Dow, how are you? Oh, this is a weird time. Yeah, so Tokyo Disney Sea, am I right, guys? Look, just let me indulge in my fantasies of being on an adventure across different parts of the world. Who's paying? Is How much is it? It's like, isn't it like $70 a day? $70 in yen. Well, I accept donations. There's a link right there. Don't actually pay me, please. Don't pay me unless you have enough money to send everyone here to Disney Sea. In which case, by all means pay, and I will pay for everyone's tickets right here, right now. Yeah, my family hates taking me to, oh, the flight. I didn't even consider the flight. I was thinking of the tickets. Though if anyone was willing to put up the money, maybe. Gotta get to Japan. You're right. I don't know if they're open. You're right. They probably aren't, actually. But yeah. If you like ASMR, damn, you can buy a ZBrush with that money. Who has 1K lying around? We'll all become very big VTubers, and then get big fan bases, and then I don't know, make a lot of voice packs that will sell decently well, and then we can all go to Disney Sea together. I mean, that's not actually that much of a reach. I think a lot of popular VTubers are saying how they're buying houses. Great plan, yeah, thank you. It's a flawless plan. I do say this all the time, but I do want to say it again. I do think that there is like a fan base for everyone. The trouble is just advertising to them, getting them to notice you. Great plan, we are relying on you. So I don't... Guys, I'm not even an affiliate. I'm the wrong horse to bet on here. easy just start drama for attention. What attraction have you seen that you want to visit most? Like as I was saying, my family hates it when they take me to amusement parks because I never ride any of the rides. I just like walking around, like people watching, enjoying the atmosphere. Um, though the Mediterranean harbor of Disney Sea, that's my shit. Like a big ocean, like just a big ocean. Like, have you guys ever seen the ocean? It's great. It's terrifying, but it's great. Like, just pretending that you are actually back in time or something. Or, I guess, in the Mediterranean. I... Again, ocean's mystical to just watch. Yeah, it's a big line. It's a big blue line. But then you think about it and it's like, it is the biggest blue line. Jeez, how far are you from the ocean? I guess I live in the city, so I've got that going for me. I get excited looking at lakes, okay? But yeah. I love the idea of going on an adventure. And I think that's what really appeals to me about Disney Sea or just theme parks in general. I remember a long time ago, it feels like a dream. But it was the middle of it was in the middle of like a pretty bad storm. It was raining really bad. And my parents and I were in a car. And we had to stop somewhere because it was that bad. So we stopped by and it was a zoo. Like full of wild exotic animals. And it was raining, so there were a lot of birds that were soaking it in. It was like the most beautiful zoo I've ever been to. Like, like a lot of zoos have that kind of dusty smell because it's a lot of savanna animals, since those are probably the more easily acquirable. But it didn't have that. It was just a bunch of big trees with birds above you. Have a bunch of animals just kind of soaking up the rain, enjoying the time. And all of us were like running from exhibit to exhibit, trying to stay out of the rain, keep warm. Looking at the looking at the little diagrams, or like the animals that are in the smaller exhibits that are actually covered. You imagine it was pretty empty though? It was, which makes it even sound way more like fantastical than I am getting across. I don't even remember if, like, that's the thing, I don't even know if that's a real place, because I asked my parents afterwards, like, or years later, what was that zoo we went to? They have no idea. We don't even remember what we were doing there. Like, it used to annoy me that I couldn't actually remember any concrete facts about it. But I don't know. Sometimes I like not knowing. I've come to accept that some things just kind of happen, and you gotta appreciate it while they happen, like as they happen. It was a nice zoo, though. Uh, like I also have I have another dream like that sometimes where it's like, or a memory, I think, maybe, where me and my family went to the mall and there was like a giant animatronic of what's the dinosaur with the long neck? The long necks. Like a giant long neck animatronic. And I don't know if that was real or not. Like in my head, I can picture it still vividly, but I don't know if that actually happened. Yeah, the Brachiosaurus. Yes, that's the one. Like I remember it was like in. Did Universal Studios have dinosaurs? I don't think I've ever been to Universal. I've been to Disneyland. I mean, yeah, I part of me is like insistent that it was a mall. There are quite few different long neck dinos. It it was gray, and it had a it had the I only know dinosaurs from Land Before Time. Sorry. Land Before Time messed me up. That's all I like. Brachiosaurus? No, that's a long neck. You do think Brachiosaurus is the most well-known one, though? Yeah. It must have been that one, because I don't think anyone... I think that's, like, the one... Oh, I don't even know if that was real. There are a lot of weird memories I have this specific mall, because I also have a weird memory of, like, there being an exhibit for, like, the world's largest potato? I remember me and my family were getting shoes. I was pretty young. They were... My brother and my mom went into the store to get shoes, and then my dad was just like, hey, that's the world's biggest potato, you want to see it? Because we were on the second floor of this mall, and we were looking down on it, and I could see it. It was like the size of a table. Random world's biggest, yeah. That sounds mundane enough that it might have actually happened. Mundane. The world's biggest potato. Ah. Okay. I think I'm gonna wrap up soon, but I do want to just say one thing. Whenever I do these streams, I'm always scared that I'm gonna run through literally all of the most interesting things about me. The most interesting things about me. To the point where I just have nothing to talk about next time I stream. But I don't know. I feel like we've managed to just uncover random things. So, maybe there's some stories to be told. Still. And maybe you can say the same thing, people won't notice. I guess I have been. Alright. That makes me feel a lot better then. I always feel like I have to save, like, the best stories I have for, like, really big like super more focused streams. But that makes me feel better. Thank you, V, for it. Alright. Let's call it here. It's late, and I think a lot of you people are still here. Your best mystical experience was a train ride that you went on. It was an hour long, and the train goes through a small tunnel. It passes through a small mountain, but the weather was quite rainy and foggy, so the top of the mountain had fog trailing down it. I really like that description. Man, you've been on some trains, huh? Oh no, you're talking. Wait, yeah. Turtle, if you ever find out if that, like, what specific line that was or something. The early sun and winding train tracks. Okay, I'm also a really big train head. I don't know anything about trains, but I love the idea of being on one. The promise of adventure and trains. That's all you need. If you want to lure me into a dark alleyway to kill me, promise an adventure and trains. I guarantee you, I won't know better. Alright. That got dark real quick. Yeah, like a train. Dark like a train going into a tunnel. You literally had never been to the place you went to. You were just going based off someone's directions. That sounds like magical. Am I okay? I'm a lot better now. Turtle, you are selling me on the idea of just being like a sole person going on trains to nowhere. You're living my dream. Sentence structures for people who talk for a living. I don't know. All right, I shall release you all from this sleepy train of thought. I'm gonna go to bed, but again, know that I'm probably gonna go to bed a lot better this time than I have been for the last couple weeks. You have another short story? You'll save that for another free chat? Yeah, we'll do more of these. I like talking to you guys, and I don't know, like... like, being able to talk without the promise of entertaining, like playing an entertaining game or something while doing so. I like it. Low stakes, just kind of chilling. Yeah, smooth rolling, like a train. We'll do more of these. This won't be the only save point. But for those of you who have decided to stop by, thank you so much. It was just kind of more rambling than anything else, but it's it makes me realize how many cool people I've met over the last few months. And I'm really happy. Oh, right. Goodbye, turtle. Welcome back, Rua. That family seems fun. Anyway, that's it for me, Soren Caster. Um, and this has been your regularly scheduled, that's how English works, your regularly scheduled save point. Maybe we should do more of a train thing. Love you. Love you. Ditching Rua. Good night. Thank you for the stream. Thank you for coming, guys. I it's crazy to think that so many people came to this random rambling thing, but you know, I'm not gonna fight it. Restwell, thank you for the stream. Good night. Thanks for the stream. It was fun. Thank you for the stream, Soren. Bye. Thanks for this peaceful save point. Yeah, I'll stick with that name. I like it. Alright. Do I have a... Okay. Well, till the next thing... Oh, I guess I'll be playing Kid Icarus on Friday, hopefully. We'll see how that goes. I don't want to... okay, I'm putting my foot in the sand right here. I will not plug things during these streams. These are for me, and these are for you. I don't need to plug things. I'll plug other people, but not myself. Thank you for streaming a bit longer so you can make it. Yeah, no problem, Turtle. I don't know if I don't want to be mean, but I don't know if I just talked about random things for a long time. But it's always good. It's always good to have you on board. All right, I've stalled enough. I should go to bed. All right. If you don't plug yourself anyway, you don't plug yourself anyway. So thank you, Turtle. God damn it. Of course, I don't want to plug myself for these. Most of you guys are also VTubers who are also working on things. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you for coming. Until next time, I've got to bounce. Bye. Don't stop. Stop. I'm not aiming for Master Rank. I'm bad at Apex. Stop. Stop it. Please. No more plugging. Don't. Ah.